The big story continues to be the cost of living crisis and rising inflation.
Who better to break it all down for us than
Barnaby Joyce.
Inflation's a problem. If a block of butter costs you $4, next time it costs you $8, then you've just become poorer by 100%, haven't you? You pay 100% on top of the previous price. If you used to get one bag of groceries for your $200, and now you got 3 bags of groceries for your $200. Now you get 1.5. Well, you're poorer.
So if you have
if a block of butter
bags of butter,
yeah.
I think I got it.
Stick around for Barnaby versus English, which is coming up later on. Heading overseas now.
Well, it's not just back to school for pupils in England, Wales and Northern Ireland this week. Russian school children are also returning to the classroom.
Yes, it's that time of year again. Back to school for children in Russia.
So what are they learning in the classroom?
It's a new subject on the security and defence of the motherland. They'll learn about combat drones, army rules and how to handle a Kalashnikov.
So this is where NAPLAN is lacking, isn't it? It just needs... Well, Russian school is tough, Mel. Have a look at this Year 8 maths question. Find X, then find Zelensky.
That's amazing.
And show you're working too.
Yeah, well, I reckon Australian maths questions are even harder. If a block of butter costs
Next time it costs you $8. We might come back to that.
that's a tough
tricky
question. Well, staying overseas.
Pope Francis has begun his tour of the Asia-Pacific, starting in Indonesia.
Yes, Pope Francis is off on his biggest overseas mission.
Which means it's time for... Celibate edition. This is the Amazing Grace. So the Pope is headed to 4 countries over 12 days, the longest trip of his papacy.
And the flight left Rome during the week.
The Pope departed from Rome on an ITA Airways plane, which is the flag carrier of Italy.
I would have thought he'd prefer Virgin, but...
You would have thought that. Let's have a look at that there. You can tell it's an Italian plane because it's got hair under the wings. I've genuinely flown ITA Airways before, and as I was about to board the plane, 4 mechanics walk off past me, going, Fills you with confidence.
Luigi and Mario.
I know.
Back to the Pope's flight. What was it like on board?
It felt like any commercial flight experience. There was in-flight entertainment, there were food and meals served on board.
Some great in-flight entertainment, Mel. Can I run you through the options? You got the Julia Roberts classic Eat, Pray, Pray.
Oh, wow, yeah, amazing.
And all 10 seasons of Keeping Up with the Corinthians.
Wow.
So, there you go. Now, what happens on a papal flight?
The Pope takes time to meet each and every journalist flying with him. And here's a sneak peek of the food on board. The food, especially the tiramisu, was good.
Imagine being on a flight with the Pope and the thing you're most excited for is the tiramisu. Sadly, that was a Boeing flight, so that's technically a Last Supper.
Oh, wow. One of the things that happens on the papal flight is the Pope comes out to speak to the passengers.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno a tutti voi. E vi ringrazio per venire in questo viaggio. Vi ringrazio della compagnia.
I speak a little Italian, Mel. I'll talk you through it. He said,
E vi ringrazio per venire in
if you have 3 blocks of butter and... I don't think sorry. He doesn't have a lot of faith in God because he then said the emergency exits are here, here and here. So.
After 13 hours, the Pope touched down in Indonesia.
Less a Pope mobile, more a divvy van by the looks of that.
Is he coming out of the checked baggage?
Look, it was a packed agenda for the Pope. Here he is meeting religious leaders, meeting the kids, speaking to parishioners, signing religious documents, doing a bit of Francis's brush with fame. What is he doing there?
Is he playing noughts and crosses, or
as he calls it, crosses and crosses?
Yeah, okay. So the Pope was in Indonesia to say Mass.
His improvisation even caught some off guard.
Vuole scappare.
The Pope continued to improvise and surprised his translator.
Dai, continua. Traduce. Cosa le ha fatto ridere?
It sounds like the only person in the room that doesn't understand him is the translator.
That's right, the whole room get it, yeah.
We're on board.
And you can see more of the Pope's improvising on Thank the Holy Father You're Here.
Oh, wow.
Now, the Pope was also in Indonesia for a series of meetings.
As he met with President Widodo on the first day of his Asia-Pacific tour. The pontiff, who appeared in good spirits.
The pontiff appeared in good spirits. Of course he does. He's the Pope. He's always in good spirits.
His spirits were good.
You never hear
the pontiff
crack the shits, do you? He's always in good spirits.
So after Indonesia, it was over to Papua New Guinea.
Port Moresby, as well as going where no pope has gone before.
Heaven. No.
Let's move on from that. Look, at 87 years, the Pope does need a little bit of help.
The Pope, as usual, will be accompanied by a doctor and 2 nurses.
Sorry. I don't think that's right. Can we have a look at that again? Sister Stormy on the left.
All right, so
can we have another look at that?
I wondered why the work computer had sexy nurses in the autofill box.
No.
But the Pope was in Papua New Guinea to say Mass and deliver some important messages.
To a crowd of thousands, Pope Francis delivered a message of hope.
I just shot 3 under par on the front 9. Message of hope.